I Write What I Dream is the name of the album. Yes. What does your family say, or the soul say, when you say to them, okay guys, I've been telling you that I've been having this dream. This is the year, 2019 is the year that I'm doing the album. What is the family saying to you? What is the soul saying to you?
So I set the management first down.
Yeah.
Bob Siposol, I remember it was like the second week of Jan 2019. I asked him what was on the calendar year for the soul. He was like, nah, we're not planning to release you guys this year. The reason why I'm asking is because there has been an avalanche of dreams. I think it's time for me to release. Wati, you have my blessing, and there's a window, just take it. I then had a meeting with Ubuhle Nopi, set them down as well. They gave me their blessing, Nabo, and what they said was, we knew this was coming. It was inevitable because you've been dreaming in our midst.
Yeah.
So it was just a matter of time. And when I got that blessing, believe it or not, I was just ready to hit the studio. And within 2 weeks, I recorded that whole album because it was ready. It was ready. It was ready. It was ready. It was given to me like 2 years before it was even recorded.
Yeah.
So you can imagine it brewing, it gathering that momentum, it gathering that intensity, and when it spewed out, it was like a spring of water.
Yeah. Before we get into details about the album, sometimes you do have dreams, but then they're not actually meant for you. They're meant for other artists. How does it feel to actually hand out a song? You're like, this is a dope song, but I have to give it to this artist because I saw it in the dream. Nomkita must be sang by Musa. This particular song must be sang by this artist. How does it feel to you?
I feel like a tree that's giving birth to fruits.
Yeah.
When we go to that tree, when it's season time for the peaches, I guess, or the or whatever it's in season, or the mangoes. When we go to that tree and pick out the fruit, how do you think the tree feels? It's content.
Yeah.
Because it was born to give off
to
fruit
supply
for people. So it makes me feel fulfilled. Like I find pleasure in people saying, actually we resonate with this song. We understand why you handed over the song to us. Yeah. So it's beautiful for me to do it. And it's so bad because even with my songs, I remember sending Awundiva and Ding Dong to other artists because I was trying to run away from this solo thing. But emails came back, said, these songs are beautiful, but we think they are meant for you because we can hear you telling these stories. We know that they are personal to you. I was like, this is a sign. So I will not even try to run away or send out more songs that are meant for me. So there was a reaction when I tried to get out of it, because they say you meet your destiny in the route you take to avoid it. So I stopped trying to avoid it.
My favorite song on the album is Awundiva. I think that's my favorite song because of a friend of mine by the name of Khomotso came to me and she was like, dude, you need to hear the song by Ntsika. I don't know if she was trying to tell me something.
Maybe it was it.
But you signal, I missed it. Tell me the story behind Awundiva.
So Awundiva, when it came, there are dreams that you have to sleep for you to get them. There are those that you dream wide awake. They call them lucid dreams, I think. And I remember I was with the Soil doing sound check at Carnival City, but they took forever to come on stage. I was already there. I started getting this melody. I closed my eyes and I just sang that song. It was empty in the Carnival City space. We were there early as artists to do sound check anyways. Gates were not opened yet. But when I started singing it, there was already a crowd gathering while I was doing that song. While I was receiving it, the people that were cleaning the hall decided to stop everything that they did and come. And the managers of other artists that had come early, they also came to watch me perform this song. When I opened my eyes, I had an audience. I was like, oh, what is happening? When I went home, the same melody hit me. And when I dissected the song, I noticed that it talks about my wife. My wife is very soft-spoken. And, listen to me, I'm very expressive. I even talk with my hands. And when I also express my love to her verbally, I'm always excited. I'm telling her every day, I love you. Even when she's sleeping, I wake her up only to tell her that I love her. But in her quiet voice, she just says, thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
I love you too. But man, it then hit me that it's almost as if she doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Because I could literally go to the moon and shout it to the world.
Yeah.
And that appearing ingati ndimikes, ingati ndiyapambana.
Yeah.
So those are when I dissected the song, I knew that it was literally talking about my wife. And yeah,
what did she say when she heard the song?
She was like, now you airing my personality to the world. But deep down inside her heart, she loves the song.
Yeah.
And not just the Awundiva, but the whole album. Because even with Al-Kebulan has Kiswahili in it. It said, Uwena Huruma says, have mercy.
Yeah.
So it's her friend, my wife's best friend is from Tanzania.
Oh.
So I got my wife to convince her friend to help me with the translations. Wow. So she is literally part of the journey, and she is intimately involved in the stories. She is literally my muse. She's literally the content to the songs.
Two themes are consistent in the album. It's love and spirituality. Are we gonna have an album later that's probably speak about love on its own? And then I heard you mentioning an gospel album. I'm gonna get that very soon.
So people said to me, we deserve a collaboration album between yourself and Lebo. Lebo's Robert. They said Siyakutumisa is not enough. We need a gospel album from you. And I remember when I did Gibson Kente, there was a song, the Gibson Kente musical. They gave me a gospel song that he wrote. And when I sang that song, I literally gave life to it again on stage. And people were like, Ntsika, you have this range and you have this thing about your voice that tells us that you need to have a gospel song, a gospel album down the line. And I think I will. But my path is steered by God. You know, I'm only his servant. I do everything for his glory. And I think the second album that comes will also be more spiritual, because I feel like I'm delving into more Xhosa traditional songs, and this love thing is a dynamic that is around me that I cannot avoid, but I know that down the line I will definitely do a gospel album.
Before we speak about the PE tour, let's speak about the Market Theatre one. What are some of the highlights?
Levos Kobela came. Siaka Kita, she came through. Musa Sukweni came through. Dumza Maswana came through, and it was 2 nights. And for me, the highlight was also when I just take it quickly from the stage into the people that supported behind the scenes. I mean, it's crazy how you just bump into Abantu that you've known all your life, and they also offer their services. I mean, Ulungster was one of those people on his camera. My team also brought a camera crew that I did not even know about, but these are people saying yes because they believe in me. I also had management pulling strings, you know. I had a band, a team, an ensemble that was literally the wind behind, underneath my wings, beneath my wings. And when you look at the audience and the demographics, there were old people, there were young people there, sometimes making a lot of noise. But when you tell them to hush, they hush. That audience was literally a full 360 spectrum of how South Africa looks like when they want authentic African music.
Anyone specific that you want to thank? People that are sponsoring the tour, people that are sponsoring you?
So Motherland Entertainment, I've partnered with them. They are literally the driving force. I also love the fact that my family is also pushing me towards the right direction, and everything that I do, I give the glory to Umdali Ophilayo. I also love the fact that izinyanya zasekhaya oNcubelo Mayizo Qobotwana oNkosayinthanda Ithanda Banjani oChawuza bahlezi banami. Every time I ascend the stage sebekhona nabo. So those are amazing figures that I just want to continuously thank, and they are a few people that continue to also sponsor the tour. I mean, McDonald's has come on board to be our food sponsor.
Yeah.
There's a car brand that we're talking to that wants to drive me and my band. So we'll see how that one goes. We're still crossing fingers that it happens. But when it does happen, we'll come back to the show and announce the full list of all the brands that have partnered with us. Yeah.
Lungelo, my producer, is saying that I must ask you about the Baobab sisters.
Oh yes, those are my girls.
Yeah.
So they came to SA, I think, when I met them. Anyways, they came about 4 to 5 years back to have a workshop with the soil.
Yeah.
So they came to Native Rhythms. We were called in. I remember just being blown away by these white girls that were singing South African songs, even Xhosa and Nguni languages, so fluently. And after we met, I also brought them to SA to have an Afro Soul Unplugged show at the Joburg Theatre. It was in April. It was a sold-out show, and they came. They performed. They wowed the audience. Now what's left is for us to make sure that music is crisp and ready to hit the world.
Ntsika ka ntla gore nako e setse re tlogetse ke tlo go botsa potso ya bofelo. Artists like Babu Joseph Shabalala, what do they mean to you?
Man, I once sat with that legendary figure when we were doing the Soil's album. I remember there was a show that we were meant to do with the Soil. I came a bit early because I messed up the times. So I was like 3 hours early, and then I took out my iPad because there was this melody. Hambu Yosebenza was being channeled. You know, I took out the iPad, I recorded Hambu Yosebenza, and something said Lady Smith Black Mambazo, the Soil. Lady Smith. Then I gave the song to the Soil, told Babsi Postole that we need Lady Smith Black Mambazo. And when we went to Durban, Babu Shabalala had already announced his retirement. But because we were there, he drove from Mnambit to come record at Durban with us.
Oh, wow.
It's so grateful because he is and he continues to be my mentor. Yena nabotatu Fela Kuti, abotatu Huma Sikela, Mahotela Queens, abo Mambusi Mhlongo. Those are living ancestors. Those are living legends that are immortal. And so long as they are here in our periphery, I will never ever look to the Western world for influence.
Ntsika, thank you a million times, my
thank
brother,
you so much.
and I wish you all the best.
Mohammed.
Before we close, I'm going to ask you to look into that camera. We were speaking about, we had a conversation earlier before about people struggling with mental health problems. I just want you to leave a beautiful message to us.
So October in SA is a mental health awareness month, but I don't think it should just be limited to that month. You know, these things happen on a daily, and I feel that we are outlets. We are people that should be there for people that are suffering from this illness, and instead of stigmatizing it and saying it's a black no, such things don't happen in black communities. They do. They actually do. You know, no, these are real problems. And when we lend people an ear, when we remember we are a community, then people that are suffering from such things, they will find it easy to come to us, you know, and tell us that there is something that they are feeling, because this thing is also like a chemical imbalance that the people need to be in. They also need to guard the space that they find themselves in, because other environments are very toxic. So they also give rise to anxiety. Anxiety is also, I think, mostly caused by people that are not even without knowing, because I mean, mental health illness is a very sad thing. Even when it happens to you, at times you're not aware. You're literally living in your mind. Your mind is literally controlling you. So you need to be in a space where where Lungelo said it earlier, that you make the soul become the leader instead of the mind. So if the mind is not the master, but your soul is the master, then the soul was designed to take care of all the hurdles that you go through. So as much as we feed our bodies, we must also feed our souls and feed our minds. But how do you feed your mind? You go to spaces where you find stillness and quietness, so that you can, without even knowing, meditate. You are in an environment that allows you to have these chemical imbalances, but sort of try and balance them out without having to take medication or whatnot. But this is also to the people that are so lucky to be amongst these unique people that have such illnesses, for us to be there for them. Because if we are not there for them, they will end up taking their own lives, and that's not what we want to hear on news. That's what we don't need in this industry. And I've also seen it, that it has now moved from families into bigger industries, like the music industry. Now you get artists that are taking their lives, you get artists that are suffering from stress, and stress can also lead to heart attacks and whatnot. So you have to be cognizant of the environment you are in, and try to find spaces that feed your soul and your mind. And I still say we must be there for abantu that we know they're going through this, so that we can lend an ear. Sometimes that's all they need, airing out what they are feeling, so that it's almost like they're emptying their bin, and you are there to take the trash out for them. And when you give them your shoulder to cry on, tears are literally water. They symbolize cleansing. So you need to be there for such people. And Nami, it affects me directly, because even my younger brother was diagnosed with clinical depression, and we were lucky enough to catch it early, and now he's back doing his amazingness in the world, because we are all lights. We shouldn't let anyone's light dim, and there's this saying that goes, a candle that is used to light another one loses no flame. So if we have the flame, we must then go out and illuminate other candles that we feel like they are dimming out.
Thank you so much, Ntsika. Mogaetso Ntsika o buile go ka tlala satla na ke tswalla ka go rialo ka lebitso ke Kabelo se Gift Kgang. Catch us on the next episode of What Is Your Story.
My man. Yo.